do you do? It's lovely to meet you. We are so glad you're here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe you don't know who we are. We are the Princess Katie, that's me, Charlotte, Emily, Alice, Daisy, and Sophia. And we share the lost room dormitory of the Princess Academy, and one day we will be members of the totally fabulous Tiara Club, just as long as we get enough Tiara points. Of course, do you ever feel really tired after a party? Well, we had a wonderful birthday ball here at the Academy, but for the next few days it was so hard to get up. Chapter 1. I couldn't believe it. The almond bird was leaning and raining. I put my pillow over my head and shut my eyes tightly. Rump! The pillow was snatched away, and there was Princess Alice screaming at me. It's no good, she said cheerfully. Very deep been in twice now, and if we don't get down to breakfast in 10 minutes, we'll all get minus Tiara point, and none of us will ever be members of the Tiara Club. I'm tired, I moaned. Cheer up, Princess Sophia plunked herself down on my bed. It's Friday today, so tomorrow's Saturday, and that's the Royal Parade. Charlotte and Emily shot together. Daisy drew her pillow in the air and cheered. And we'll be wearing our very best dress, she crowed. I grounded and crawled out of the bed. 8 minutes, Alice warned me. Do hurry up, Katie. We simply can't have lost room beaten by Princess Perfecta and her creepy crew. That did make me hurry. In fact, I totally zoomed into my clothes. Princess Perfecta always liked to be the best at everything, and she's terrible show-off. She was here last year, so she should be a senior and a member of the Tiara Club, but she didn't get enough Tiara points. So she's back in year 1 with us, and that's made her as mean as a snake at last. That's what Alice's big sister and Alice. As soon as I was dressed, we rushed out of the dormitory and down the window stairs. We were halfway down, then Alice stopped so suddenly we almost fell on top of her. Look, she gasped, and she pointed out the tower in window. We looked, and we gasped too. The most beautiful coach any of us had ever seen was standing by the front step of the academy. It was shaped like a wonderful pear seashell, and it was sparkling all over in the sunshine. The seats were covered in softly gleaming white stone cushion, and snow white very long were half everywhere. 6 pebble point handles with silver brace and silver rain were in between the shirt. Every time they shook their head. It's magic, I read, and we gasped as in a burst leap first and until Sophia said, Oh no, look at the time! We scraped into a breakfast by a whisker. The dining hall is very long, with portraits of amazing grand and gracious princesses all around the world. Our teachers sit at the far end on golden thrones, but we sit on benches as long wooden tables, and we actually eat off china plate. Sophia was so shocked when she first arrived. She'd obviously never eaten of anything except gold. But Charlotte pointed out the food would taste the same, so she didn't make a fuss. Because we were so late, we had to sit on the end table, and there was Perfecta and Florine. Oh, goodness me, Perfecta sneered, looking at Emily and Daisy's bird master. I can see what kind of wish you'll be making this morning. You'll be wishing for a hairbrush. And she and Florian felt about it if she'd made the best joke ever. Ignore her, Sophia hissed under the breath. But Emily was looking at Perfecta with wide eyes. What do you mean? She asked. What wish? What? Perfecta drew over her hand as if Emily had asked her. Sometimes really stupid. You mean you don't know? She sniggered loudly. It's wish class this morning. She turned to Florian as they got up from the table. Don't you think it's quite extraordinary that Queen Gorona let such silly princess through the door? Chapter 2. Just as I was finished my breakfast, Queen Gorona came staring into the dining room. She's our headmistress, and she's wonderfully tall and graceful. She's also a little bit scary because she expects us to be perfect princess, and sometimes that can be very hard work. I was pleased to see Fairy G stumbling in behind her. Fairy G is much more fun. She's the school fairy godmother, and she keeps an eye on all of us. Good morning, my dear young princess, Queen Gorilla sighed, and passed while we made our courtesy. I didn't do too badly, but Charlotte walked madly and crouched at the table. A butter dish crashed onto the floor, and of course everybody turned and stared. Charlotte blushed bright red, and Perfecta and Florine sniggered. Queen Gorina went on speaking as if nothing had happened. As you know, Princess, tomorrow is your royal parade, and this year there will be something a little special. Our good friend King Constantine of Forever and Forever has been kind enough to present the school with a very beautiful coat. I have decided that the princess who was the most Tiara point by the end of today will ride a seashell coat and lead the parade. Immediately there was a burst of whispering. Imagine riding in that gorgeous coat. The top. Fairy just tapped a chair. Time for our first year to go to wish class. Follow me. Wow, Alice whispered in my ear. Do you think we can wish for anything we want? Her eyes were dancing, and I began to feel excited as I followed Sophia and Emily out into the long black and white marble corridor that led to the classroom. Daisy and Charlotte were right behind, and so were Perfecta and Florine. I know someone who needs to wish she can curtsy properly, Florine said spiteful as we hurried after Fairy G. The classroom wasn't as grand, except for a beautiful sparkly chandelier that glittered in the light. The 4 tables were just plain wood, and the chairs weren't covered in stone or anything like that. Although they did have soft and velvet cushions, Charlotte, Sophia, Emily, Daisy, Alice, and I managed to get a table to ourselves. I couldn't help grinning when I saw the other princesses trying to avoid having Perfecta and Florine sit with them. Now listen carefully. Fairy G boomed at us. She's very big and her voice is really loud. You will each have one wish and one honor. Think hard and then write it down. Remember, once it's written down, it can't be changed. She fished in her pocket, pulled out a huge arm clock, and banged it down on her desk. You have 5 minutes, began. At once, we could hear murmuring from the other tables. Princess Feria called out, Please, Fairy G, are we not to be thinking of something princessly? Or can we wish for whatever we want? Fairy smiled at mysterious sort of smile. That's for me to know. And you to find out, she said. Oh, Faria looked puzzled. So, can I wish for a kitten? Fairy didn't answer. Princess Perfecta snorted loudly. Really, she sniffed. Fancy wanting a kitten. That's right, Florian agreed. Some princes are so babyish. I don't see anything wrong with wanting a kitten, I said loudly. I was fed up with Perfecta. I like. My mind whirled, and I thought of the seashell coats. A pony. I had a sudden idea. The Pittsburgh pony flying the coast had been pretty, but somehow not quite right, and I knew what would be exactly perfect. A silver pony. Ooh, beside me, Emily's eyes lit up. That's brilliant, Katie, said Charlotte. Wouldn't it be sweet, like Sophia and Daisy? Just imagine, Alice said. A silver pony. We could feed in sugar lamps where I said slowly. I was more thinking of time off, boom Fairy G. I'm coming round to correct your wish now. We look at each other. So shall we? Charlotte whispered. Shall we wish for a silver pony, one each? Yes, I said. Master Roderick, I saw Perfecta glared at me. 6 silver pony to pull the seashell coats. They'll be gorgeous. And we are the Scribble Medley is very this time of to our table. Nothing. Chapter 3. Nothing happened. There was no sign of any magic. Fairy G went back to her task and sorted out the pieces of paper. She said very critically. And now for your tiara point. We were set up sharply. Tiara point? That's right. Fairy G gave us an odd kind of smile. Queen Gorina had asked me to give 100 tiara points to the princess who has asked for the most thoughtful and unselfish. I could feel my eye popping out of my head. 100 points? That would mean exactly. Fairy G knew what I was thinking. Me and every other princess is in the class. 100 points will earn your place in the seashell court. But that's not fair. Princess Agarante was bright red in the face. She was afraid of Perfecta at last. She was when Perfecta around her. To be. That's so not fair. I never have wished for curly blonde hair if I had known that. Have I told you that Fairy G is big? Well, when Agarante said that she grew animals. And she looked too scary. I would have dived under the table if I hadn't been too frightened to move. Princess Agarante, Fairy G nodded. You will take 20 minus tiara point. No princess worthy of the name should ever speak the way you have just spoken. Alexandra climbed in her seat and whispered, Sorry, Fairy G. Harlump! Fairy G still looked angry, but she struck back to her usual size. Let me remind you all that a perfect princess should not ever need to be told to think of other people herself. I began to feel nervous. What would Fairy G think about our silver pony? Would she give us minus 0.2? No, Fairy G said firmly. It's time to announce the winner. Are you ready? We stood up, thrust our hand in our lap, and nodded. I could feel my heart pumping in my chest, even though I knew couldn't possibly win. And the winner is Fairy G. Stop our dramatic pass. We held our breath, and the winner is Princess Perfecta. There was a long silence. I could see See Perfecta smiling a cat that's got a cream-type smile. Princess Perfecta, please read your winning wish out to the class. Fairytale say, I handing Perfecta back her piece of paper. Perfecta stood up. I wish not for a perfect face, but for heart and perfect grace. Perfect grace, she said in a sing-song voice. Beseech me, Alice gasped loudly. What is it? I whispered. She's chilled. She hissed. Silence, boomed Fairytale, but it was so odd. She gave Alice this sly little wink. And now, class Nancy, your wish will be waiting for you in the great hall, Fairytale went on. She smiled a huge smile at Perfecta, and I'm sure we all wish you well, Princess Perfecta, and do enjoy your wish. And you're right in the seashore coat. We scrambled out of the classroom. We tried hard to walk properly down the long corridor that led of the great hall, but at the same time we were dying to get there as fast as we could. Was there really big 6 silver ponies waiting for us? I couldn't wait. As we scooted along, Alice was possible exploding with rats. Perfecta so chat, she said. Chatted, she said. That was my sister's wish last year. Why on earth did Fairytale say something? I was remembering Fairytale's little wink. I think Fairytale's up to something, I said, and then we were at the door of the great hall. It was amazing. Chapter 4. You know that it's sunny day, and little golden sparkle of dust blot in the sunbeams, where the hall was full of sparkle just like that, only much sparkle. Most of our class were already there, and we could see Princess spinning round and round in fantastic ball grounds or dancing like ballerinas. Lisa and Jamie was singing like nightingales. Nancy was walking up and down the street. Maria was talking a fluffy kitten. It was so incredible. Hand over the floor, and Queen Gorilla was talking to Fairytale and some of the other teachers. A ground tree, Fairy, and Perfecta were in front of us. As each of them walked toward the door, they changed. Alexandra suddenly had heap and heap of long golden curls. As the Florine pushed her out of the way, I could see her eyes shining. Then Florine was it among us. The sparkle and oomph. She was wearing the highest high-heeled hair shoes ever, and there was covered with glittering jewels. And she wasn't moving even the tiniest bit as she walked. Perfecta was next. She turned to look at us before she walked in, and she said in her nasty voice, "Oh, it's the Roots Roamer. If you're very lucky, I might wave to you from the seashore coats." Then she walked into the great hall, but nothing seemed to happen. As perhaps she made a funny kind of ooh sound and sat down hard on the floor. Iris, Charlotte, Sophia, Emily, Daisy, and I were so excited to take much notice. We took a deep breath and went into the great hall together. Oomph! 6 gorgeous silver ponies were trotting round and round the hall, shaking their silver manes and tails, and whining loudly. They were so beautiful, but Florine gave a massive screech, and Lisa screamed. The ponies flung out their head and began to gallop up. "Quick," I said, "they're scary for thing. We got to catch them." Which was easily said than done. Now I know, and I'm sure you do too, that the very worst way to try and catch a pony is to rush around making lots of noise. We know it, but it looked as if obviously none of our classmates did. Very west at them. Florine went to screeching. Jeremiah tried to rush them into a corner, and then Nancy fell over stairs with a dreadful clatter that sent the poor pony into a perfect frenzy. They began to grab this way, said that, looking for a way out. But do you know what? Even though there was horrible fighting, there was really careful not to catch into anyone. They swore this way and that, and sometimes they perched on one silver hoof, and their men menaced and teared, screaming behind them. "Stop this at once!" Queen Gloria was furious. Everyone froze, even the pony. The great hall was still and silent as if he had been turned to stone. "Who is reforming for this ridiculous start of at first?" Our head teacher's voice was as cold as ice, and I felt totally terrible. I just wished the floor were open and stormed me. But I also knew I had to run up. My knees were like jelly as I croaked. "It was me, Your Majesty. Princess Katie, I'm deeply disappointed in you." Queen Gloria snapped, and her eyes were forcefully flashing. "Oh, hang my head, this is the most knocking." But she was interrupted. Princess Rebecca, walking calmly up to our headmistress, sank into a deep curtsy and spoke in a growl of voice we'd never ever heard her use before. "If you please, Your Majesty." The fault was not intentional. Our beloved Princess Katie meant no harm. Her wish was for the good of the school, and if Your Majesty will be gracious enough to permit me, I will explain. Chapter 5. I don't think I ever been so surprised in my entire life. Alice grabbed my arm. "It's her wish," she said, and her eyes were sparkling. It's come true," Perfecta went on, still in that strange, grown-up voice. "Your Majesty must understand that we were each granted one wish." Princess Katie, having seen the wonder beauty of the seashore coast, was content that she be both pony or not, perhaps the most perfect match. With this thought in mind, and in true hope of doing a good deed, Princess Katie put her own desires to one side and persuaded her dear friend to follow her noble example. And she resolved, as you can see, it's 6 they left for silver pony. There was stunned silence, and then everyone began to talk at once. Queen Gloriana held up her hand. "Thank you, Princess Perfecta," she said. "I accept your explanation. Princess Katie, you and your friend may take your pony to the royal stable." And she actually smiled. "You may look after that until the grand parade tomorrow. The seashore coast will be, indeed, quite perfect." "I made my best course day ever. Thank you very much, Your Majesty," I said, and we were just moving toward the pony. They were standing quite still, as good as gold. When Perfecta made a serious weird noise, it was kind of strange squeak, as if she was trying to stop herself. "I have one more thing that must be said. For I am a troubled heart," she grabbed her. "Your Majesty and my fellow princes, I have to confess to a terrible deed. I knew the importance of our wish, and she refused, and truly looked as if she was talking home every word. I stole my wish from the student who won last year." "I am in no way worth of 100 Tiara points, nor of take my person in the seashore court. I humbly suggest, Your most loyal Highness, that Princess Katie and her friend take any place." "Well said, Princess Perfecta," Queen Gloriana said quickly. "It shall be so." And then Perfecta burst into a flood of tears and rushed out of the golden horse. We were about to look after our pony for all that afternoon and evening. After all the experiment, we were expelled from lesson. Baby G said she had to do some traffic magic of the wooden floor of the great hall because 6 thirsty little pony had made a terrible mess, but she didn't sound cross. She also asked as we know that she wished only rest for 24 hours. Oh no, I say, does that mean there is despair before the parade? Very shocked. We might mount an extra man, she said, but this one, Queen Gorilla, think you're right, Katie. The teacher course will look splendid, but they'll have to go after that. She saw our unhappy face and shook her head. Cheer up, you each got 100 Tiara points. And think about those poor little pit bear Tony, not around to take part in the parade. They'll be hungry for someone to give them a pat and a pieces of apple. That made us very fat. We hurried down to the stables, and they were so sweet. And if I'm a Wall Street golfer, they were even lovelier than our silver pony because they were so rare. The silver pony were exactly the same, so we could never tell which one was which. But they did not look utterly gorgeous the next day, when they come floating to correct all the royal parade, and we are stepped into seashore coats. So, what was the royal parade like? It was heavenly. Princess Perfecta was still being taught for her heart and force of grace, and she insisted on doing our hair. She was amazing. She even managed to make my hair look princessly. She clipped it with some little green star clip on her own, and it looked wonderful. And then she wished us luck, and you'll never guess what happened next. I found myself actually feeling sorry for her, feeling sorry for Princess Perfecta. So I asked her if she'd like to ride in the seashore coach with us. She gave me a gracious smile and said in a funny grown-up voice, "You are a true princess, Princess Katie, but I must discern your most generous offer." So Alice, Emily, Charlotte, Sophia, Daisy, and I sat on the white satin cushion with Snow White rolls over our knees and rolled away in the seashore coach. Down the drive we went and away to the town, and there were thousands of people cheering and waving at us. So we smiled and waved back and smiled some more under our face when possible the Princess Academy we were really tired. Pew, Alice said as we stepped careful out of the seashore coach, trying hard not to step on the hem of our princess dress. That was fun, and then, the sixth silver pony vanished. So what did we do? Well, we changed out our silk and satin and parrot crowns, and then we ran down to the stable to tell the silver pony all of the parade. And as the littlest pony stumped her soft whiskery nose into the parrot on my hand, hunting for more apples, I felt like the luckiest princess in the whole wide world. I have 100 extra twice Tiara point of pony to pat, and best of all, 6 of the very best friends a princess could have: Sophia, Charlotte, Daisy, Emily, as Alice and you. The end.